Several years ago, the North Dakota State Horticultural Society sponsored an educational tour here in the Bismarck area. Well, as luck would have it, we were filming and I couldn't attend the tour. One of the places they visited was called the Menoken Farm, and then I found out that one of my high school classmates was very involved with the farm. Well, I called my friend Jay Fuhrer, and he said we could come for a visit. And the research they are doing here is going to be great to find out. Thanks for letting us come.
You're welcome, Mary.
Tell me, what is the Menoken Farm?
So the Menoken Farm is a conservation demonstration farm. And to me, conservation is very foundational. And so it's based on the 5 soil health principles. And the name is unique also because in the indigenous language, it basically translates to you reap what you sow. And so it's a very appropriate name. And I think it's a great place to demonstrate soil health principles in terms of cropping systems, grazing systems, gardens, compost, arboretums, etc.
Jay, what is your role here at the Menoken Farm?
So my role here at the Menoken Farm is one of monitoring. So I'll monitor the carbon in the soils, I'll monitor plant tissue, nutritional balancer for fecal samples with the livestock. So there's a combination of things, but I'll monitor those and eventually plot those on a graph, and then that gives us an opportunity to look at it. But I think for more of the inside information on the Menoken Farm, I think we should talk to our Menoken Farm manager, Seth Beckler.
Hey Mary, my name is Seth Beckler, and I'm the Menoken Farm manager out here. A lot of what I do is the day-to-day. I do a lot of stuff in the crop fields as well as with the livestock, and then I kind of oversee what happens at the Menoken Farm as a whole.
What is the Menoken Farm and when was it started?
So the Menoken Farm is a conservation demonstration farm. It was started in 2009 by the Burleigh County Soil Conservation Board of Supervisors. So in 2009 they actually purchased this 150 acres here, and they started off with the mission of doing soil health and trying to show farmers and ranchers how to do things with soil health.
How is the farm funded each year?
So the Menoken Farm, we're involved with Burleigh County Soil Conservation, so we are a political subdivision. So we do get a little bit of income off of taxpayer dollars. We are also funded through various grants. We have the 319 EPA Water Quality Grant as well as NRCS contribution agreement. And then we do also get a little bit of income off of the farm here as well with our tree program, and then as well as our grain sales in the field and our livestock too, but primarily through grants and the mill levy taxpayer dollars.
What is the research that is done here at the farm?
All of our demonstrations are based on soil health. Our board determined when this started that everything would be based on the 5 soil health principles, which are soil armor, having good cover on your soil, having minimal disturbance, so no tillage or very little tillage. You want a continual green growing plant so that you're able to sequester carbon and build soil aggregates throughout the entire possible growing season. You want a good diversity of plants so you're able to feed different types of biology, and some plants kind of work together in synergy, so you want good diversity. And then also livestock, bringing the livestock back onto the land. Our soils in North Dakota actually evolved with continual growing plant, high diverse prairies, and large amounts of wildlife and animals on the land. So we try to mimic Mother Nature by bringing these soil health principles here to the Menoken Farm. We do not use any commercial fertilizers. We also do not use any fungicides or insecticides. We do use a little bit of herbicides, although we are trying to limit the amount of herbicide use we have as much as possible. And we actually do have a few fields at Menoken Farm this year where we have completely eliminated our herbicide use. So we're kind of moving in the right direction. It's a process. It takes time. So
So what is the difference between soil and dirt?
Well, it's kind of a hard question because anytime I think of dirt, I always think of soil. But kind of a good way to think about it is that soil is alive. If you have like this pile of dirt over here, when I think of dirt, I think of dead, something used to build a road, decoration. But soil is alive. It's filled with biology and plants and insects, kind of all these communities meshing together. When I think of soil, I think alive. When I think of dirt, I think dead.
So how many people work here at the farm?
I am the only full-time Menoken Farm employee, but as the Burleigh County District, we have 5 full-time employees, 2 part-time employees, and then we actually have a summer intern this year. And it's all hands on deck. We're all helping each other all over. So, there's more than just me out here during the busy season. We're all together in each other's stuff, which is good.
So who determines what research is going to be done each year?
So again, it's a team effort. Primarily, the final decision is made by our Board of Supervisors. They're the one that give us some ideas and give us the go-ahead and okay. But we kind of all form ideas together. We brainstorm. We have different, planning team committees and things like that. So we get to brainstorm ideas and bring them to the board and get to discuss, and then the kind of final decision is made by the board. So here at the Menoken Farm, we have 10 12-acre cropping fields where we do most of our agriculture production. We also do multi-species rotational grazing. We build compost, whether it's our turn compost or static compost. And then we also have our outdoor and indoor garden. And Ginny and Jaden would be the perfect people to talk about the garden.